Have you ever felt like you're putting in all this work, all this effort, but you're just not seeing the results? Well, today we're going to unpack a really simple but powerful idea called the principle of the seed. It's all about growth, patience, and trusting the timing of your life. So if you've ever felt stuck just waiting, this explainer is definitely for you. And it really all starts with this one basic truth. I mean, we live in a world that wants everything yesterday, right? It's a huge reality check. We plant a seed, maybe it's a new project, a personal goal, a relationship, and we expect this giant, fully grown tree overnight. But that's just not how life works. It's not how anything real actually grows. All right, so first things first, let's get really clear on what the seed we're talking about actually represents. We've got to understand the starting point. And before we go any further, I want you to make this personal for a second. Seriously, think about it. What's your seed? Is it that business you're trying to get off the ground? A new skill you're grinding away at? Or maybe it's a personal change you're working so hard on. Just get that one thing in your mind and hold on to it. Okay, so here's the crucial part. The seed is all about potential. It's that dream you're pouring all your time and energy into. It's a starting line, full of promise and hope, but it is not the finish line. And getting that distinction, well, that's the key to this whole entire process. Now, planting the seed, that's just step one. It turns out growth isn't a solo mission. Nope, it's a collaborative process. So check out this quote. It introduces a really fascinating idea, right? It breaks down the whole effort into 3 different parts. You've got the human actions, the planting and the watering, but then it says this third, totally separate force is what gives the increase. It kind of suggests that our hard work, on its own, isn't the whole story. And here's how that process breaks down. Step 1, planting. That's the initial idea, starting the project. Step 2, watering. That's the grind. That's the consistent day in, day out work. But step 3, the increase, that's the actual growth. And according to the source, that part is up to a force that's totally beyond our control. We do our part, and then we have to trust the process for the final result. Which brings us to what is, let's be honest, the hardest part of this whole lesson. We're talking about a timeline of trust. This is all about learning to let go of the when. And this right here, this is the heart of it all. We can plant and we can water, but we absolutely cannot dictate the season of the harvest. Growth happens on its own schedule, not on ours. And that requires a really deep trust that things are going to unfold exactly when they're supposed to. And you can really see the 2 mindsets laid out here. On the one side, you've got our usual approach, right? Anxious, impatient, demanding results now. But on the other side, there's a different way. Patient, trusting, and just believing in perfect timing. The whole game is about moving from that first column over to the second one. But after all that talk about waiting, after all that focus on being patient and trusting a timeline that isn't ours, there's a shift, a really powerful, definite change. The waiting doesn't last forever. Which brings us right here to the big payoff. Your harvest is now. The season of fulfillment has officially arrived. And listen, this isn't some promise for way off in the future. It's a declaration for right now. The time for planting and watering, that's done. The growth has already happened. Your harvest is here. Just let that sink in for a second. The waiting is over. All the effort, the patience, the trust, it was all leading up to this moment. The fulfillment you've been working for isn't just on the horizon anymore. It's here. It has arrived. So what's the last step in all of this? It's simple. It's the final affirmation. It is time for you to accept your harvest. The message ends with this simple 2-word instruction. This is your final call to action. Saying amen isn't just words. It's an act of agreement, of faith. It's how you claim that result as your own. You're finalizing the whole process by accepting the reward. So this is the final question for you. After all the planting, all the watering, and all that waiting, are you truly ready to step into your season of fulfillment and claim the harvest that has arrived? Amen.